to your practice today. This is going to be a really mindful, patient, unhurried practice. Hopefully a melodic, quieting experience for you. I created this practice actually in response, or partially in response to a Patreon request that I received to create some practices that can be really soothing for the nervous system. And one way to help to soothe and quiet is to actually really slow down, which can be really challenging in this world today where it feels like things are just going faster and faster, and there's this sense of not enough, things needing to be better, needing more, needing to go faster to do more, whatever. So it kind of feels like a radical thing to really step out of that and slow down. So this is an abridged or a shortened version of that practice for you, and I hope you enjoy. You won't need any props. If you like to have blocks, just have them nearby, you never know. And we'll get started together on hands and knees, all fours. So let's meet there. Hands shoulder width, wrists about under the shoulders, knees under hips. And let's just start to move the wand of the spine. So as we inhale, we'll lift the sit bones, drape the belly towards earth, chest forward, little back bend. And as we exhale, curl the tail under, rounding through the spine, drop the head and the neck. And just rinse and repeat, beautiful ones, a few more times on your own. I like to think of the spine as a beautiful piece of bamboo moving on the wind of the breath, flexible but also stable and strong. Just a couple more cat-cows like this. What we're really doing is just looking for a little bit of movement in a lot of places, all the way through the spine, distributing the sensation and the movement evenly across the full length of the spine. And on our next inhale, let's come to neutral spine, halfway between the two, halfway between cat and cow. And this might seem a little strange, but pick up the left foot. Keep your left knee on the mat. Just pick up the left foot. Flex the left toes towards the mat. And then go ahead and cross or hook the left foot across the back of the right ankle. And then we'll press our hips a little bit back into the left as we walk our hands forward and to the right. And this will give us a lovely little side bend, bringing us into a sweet little crescent moon shape with the spine. Breathing into the left side body, perhaps sensing into a little bit of sensation in the outer left hip too as you press the hips gently back into the left. And on your next inhale, we'll rise, lift the torso, step the hands back in under the shoulders, and let's go straight to second side. So we'll unhook the left foot and hook the right foot across the back of the left ankle. And then hips press a little bit back into the right as we walk our hands forward into the left. So it's a lovely little side bend here. And I like to think of my ribs like an accordion. So as I inhale, the right side ribs are fanning open on the in-breath. And as I exhale, they're gently recoiling, returning on the out-breath. One more breath here. Press down, inhale, lift the torso. Step the hands back in under the shoulders. Unhook the right foot. We'll go ahead, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Down dog. And as you reach through the arms, just let your downward dog have a kind of a relaxed quality today, right? Enjoy the length through the side seams of the body here as the arms reach long and the tops of the thighs lift up and back. Okay, let's gently flow a little here. Inhale, glide forward to a plank pose. And as you exhale, we'll lower the knees and just the right amount for you, okay? So make sure this feels like medicine. Start to melt the hips a little forward and down on the mat. So you come into a really relaxed, soft, upward facing dog. I like to untuck the toes here, but you might keep the toes tucked. Take an in-breath. And on the out-breath, we'll press back through all fours, hips to heels. Child's pose, drape the torso over the legs, forehead towards the mat. And then we'll inhale, rise to all fours, lift the tail, drape the belly, draw the chest forward, find that lovely little cow pose, back bend again. And exhale, tuck the toes, pour the weight into the legs, lift the hips up and back, down dog. Let's do that one more time with the breath together. Inhale, rock forward, shift forward, plank pose. Exhale, knees to mat. Start to drop the hips, melt the front of the pelvis forward and down. Inhale in this relaxed, upward facing dog. And exhale, press back through all fours, child's pose. Inhale to hands and knees, tabletop. Lift the tail, drop the belly, chest forward, cow pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's take a lovely big inhale through the nose. And if you're not feeling too shy today, open the mouth and let the exhale go out of the mouth. Take another in-breath. And on the out-breath, we'll meet right foot forward between the hands and left knee on the mat. So come and meet me here, both hands up on the front thigh. You might support that back knee with a folded blanket or towel if it's feeling a little sensitive today. And we'll just start to pulse the hips forward and down and up and back. Sometimes less is more, right? So just slowing things down and, not feeling like we need to do a lot. We can leave that maybe for outside of the yoga practice. Just trusting that this is enough today. And the next time the hips are forward and down, you might reach the arms with me. Take an in-breath. And on the out-breath, we'll bring hands to the mat, shift the hips back, flex the right toes towards the face. Ardha Hanumanasana. And we'll rock between the two. Shift forward, front knee bends, arms reach. And exhale to glide back. And just continuing at your own pace, beautiful ones. And this might be a nice time to use blocks, especially if you're feeling a little tighter through the back of the legs today. Let's do two more. And the next time the front knee bends, the hips are forward and the arms are reaching in Anjaneyasana. Let that be the last time. And then we'll exhale, hands to mat and step back to downward facing dog. Let's go straight to second side. Left foot forward, right knee to the mat, both hands to front thigh. Little pulses. For many of us, this just gentle, repetitive, continuous movement, whether it's little pulses or repeating the same thing a few times or rocking a little side to side, for many of us that can be really soothing, quieting and calming. So maybe that's true for you. And if it's not, that's good information too, right? And the next time the hips are a little forward and down, let's reach up through the arms, take an in-breath. And same again, exhale, hands to mat. Slide the hips back, flex the left toes towards the face. Adho Hanuman. And just rocking between the two. One or two more. Sensing into the texture of your breath. Let it be gently encouraging it to be smooth, even. We'll inhale one more time, beautiful ones, into Anjaneyasana, this low lunge shape. And exhale, hands to mat and step back again. Hips up and back, downward dog. And remember, our asana practice is really like a medicine for the body, mind. So if you prefer to take child's pose, take child's pose. Take rest if you need it. And we'll go again. Inhale, glide forward to plank pose, just as we did earlier. Exhale, lower the knees. Soften and melt the pelvis towards earth. Chest forward. Rolling the shoulders back. You might look up. Inhale. Exhale, back to child's pose, Balasana. Inhale, rock forward, all fours, hands and knees. Little back bend, cow pose. And exhale back to down dog. Notice how it feels to slow things down a little bit. We're moving at a very sort of gentle, slow pace today. Sometimes that can be the most challenging practice, really, can't it? Maybe there's another sigh out of the mouth on the exhale. And as you're ready, go ahead and pick up any foot and step whatever foot, right or left foot, between the hands. And then we'll spin, so pivot on the feet towards the long edge of the mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Feet parallel, toes pointing straight forward for me. And we'll just fold over the legs. Let the head drop. And then pick a foot, any foot, and start to walk the hands over to greet that foot. So they might come part of the way, they might come all the way to the foot. Take a hold of the outer edge of the foot or the ankle and gently draw the torso in a little closer to that leg. And letting the poses today feel quite restful. Not trying too hard, just choosing to be kind. And let's release and walk over to the second side. Greeting the other foot. And just depending on where you are today, you might draw the torso a little closer towards that leg. Or you might choose not to do that. You might give yourself a little more space. And we'll come back to center and have the hands underneath the shoulders. You might have the hands on the blocks here. Keep your left foot as it is, but turn your right toes out about 45 degrees. And then bend the right knee. And the weight will shift to the right too. Keep the hips low, the hips sitting back and down. And you might just step the hands a little bit across to the right too. Noticing sensation here, maybe through the insides of the legs, the adductors, the inner thighs. And then we'll shift back to center and change sides. So right toes turn parallel, left toes turn out a little, and we bend the left knee. And remember, in this practice, in all my practices actually, more is not better, right? So finding just enough, taming overindulgence or excess, which seems to be the theme of today's world. Just enough. Just this is enough. And then back to center, and we'll turn those left toes back forward again. And let's heel toe the feet in until they're hip width distance. Hold opposite elbows and just ragdoll forward over the legs for a moment. Maybe there's a little rock, a little sway side to side. And let's let go of the elbows. Turn the toes out, heels in, bend the knees, set the hips down into Malasana. Hands to heart center. 2 breaths here. And if this is really uncomfortable for your knees right now, I feel you. Then you can have soles of feet together, knees wide, sitting in Baddha Konasana instead. And those of us that are in Malasana, this lovely little squat, on your next in-breath, you might blink the eyes open if they were closed. Use the hands to support you, and we'll sit back and meet together, sitting on the mat. Okay, so let's go ahead and cross the legs. Right shin in front of left shin. Last little bit of yumminess for the outer hips today. So do the best you can to cross the center of the shins in Sukhasana. So wriggle your right foot across in front of your left knee and your left foot across underneath your right knee. That way we get a little more into the outer hips. And then we'll turn our heart about a quarter turn so we're facing over our left knee. And we'll fold forward here on this diagonal. Heart towards the left knee, and the head follows the heart. The head can follow the heart always in your yoga practice. As we drop out of the control tower of the mind and let our practice be an embodied experience. And next in breath, we'll gently rise and come upright. And let's switch sides, other shin in front. So usually the shin that's in front, so in this case the left shin, means we get a little bit more release in the left hip. Right, so feet towards opposite knees, and if you're struggling with that, it can help to bring the feet further away from the pelvis out, and then start to wriggle the feet out towards opposite knees. Little quarter turn to the right, and we'll ease forward again. And it might feel good for you to sway a little here, side to side, or you might just dissolve into stillness. One more breath. to rise. Come upright, and let's just adjust the legs so that you can sit comfortably in any comfortable seat. You might sit up on a block or a cushion, and we'll close the practice together. Hands can just rest. You might draw the shoulders up and back and down. And just take a final moment, right? Just a little moment here to notice what's alive in you right now. The shimmering, dancing sensations in the body. The ebb and flow of the breath. And different mind states too. Coming and going. Thank you, beautiful ones, for sharing this practice and for choosing to slow down a little with me. Step away from this crazy world of rushing around. I look forward to practicing with you next time. Peace, peace, peace. Thanks for practicing all the way to the end. Every practice I offer is possible thanks to the support of my patrons. So if you'd like to continue to support me as well as access full-length practices, meditations and pranayama, then sign up on Patreon. Thanks.